Why does this subway station appear only once every year? They say every city hides something it can't explain. But beneath this one, under miles of forgotten track, there's a station that refuses to stay buried. The first sign always comes the same way just before midnight, when the power grid flickers and a single, unmarked train light glows where no train should be. The city shrugs it off as a glitch, but some people know better. They call it the Eerie station. According to old maintenance reports, there used to be a platform down there, decades ago, sealed after an accident no one would talk about. The files were incomplete, the blueprints erased, but sometimes the air vents still carry the echo of footsteps where there should be none. One year, a subway technician named Elliot decided to find the source. He was known for his curiosity too much of it. He told his co-workers he could hear faint music in the tunnels, like an old intercom trying to play a song that didn't exist. They laughed, but on the night of October 31st, he stayed behind, determined to follow the sound. The station was empty. The last train had left. The silence was thick, broken only by the buzz of old fluorescent lights. Then, the hum changed, the power surged, and for just a moment, every light turned off. When they came back on, the tunnel ahead wasn't empty anymore. A platform stretched out before him, dusty, cracked, and covered in faded posters from another time. The air smelled of rust and rain. Elliot's heart pounded as he read the sign above the archway, Platform 13 temporarily closed. But this platform had been erased from the system for over 50 years. He lifted his radio, static. He took one step forward, and the ground trembled, as if the tunnel itself exhaled. A sound echoed, a distant, metallic screech. A train was coming, but from where? The tracks were dead. Then, through the darkness, a light emerged, a dim, golden glow that grew brighter until it painted the tunnel walls. The train rolled in slow, its windows fogged from the inside. It stopped perfectly at the platform edge. The door slid open, though no one was inside. The air turned cold, thick with the scent of iron and old perfume. Elliot stepped closer. Inside, the seats were torn but clean, the advertisements old-fashioned, the air still. And then, he saw them. Faint reflections in the glass, like silhouettes of passengers seated in perfect silence, motionless, expressionless. Their eyes seemed to follow him. He blinked and they were gone. The intercom crackled. A voice whispered, "Next stop, return." His flashlight flickered. He turned back toward the main tunnel, but it was gone. The entire passage behind him had vanished, replaced by an unending stretch of track. The only way out was through the train. His breath shook. Against every instinct, he stepped inside. The doors shut behind him with a hiss. The lights dimmed, and the train began to move. Outside the window, time blurred. The tunnel twisted, the walls warped. He passed stations that didn't exist, empty, impossible names flashing on signs. Memory, echo, home. The sound of the rails grew slower. Until it stopped, the doors opened again to a platform identical to the one he left. Only this time, the posters were new, and in one of them, he saw his own face. The year printed below read 2024. Panic seized him. He ran to the control panel, slammed buttons, nothing. The intercom whispered again, softer this time, "You're home." Then everything went black. The next morning, the power grid stabilized, and the tunnels were inspected. There was no Platform 13, no train recorded that night. But Elliot's badge was found lying on the tracks where the tunnel ends. Since then, every year, on the same night, the monitors pick up a flicker underground. A signal, repeating the same pattern, 3 short beeps, 1 long. Morse code for a single word, return. Some say the Eerie station isn't a place, it's a cycle. A place where time folds, where those who enter become part of the echo that calls it back. Others think it's just a legend told by night shift workers to scare newcomers. But if you stand near the old junction on the anniversary, and you listen closely, you might still hear the low hum of the arriving train. And if the lights flicker, don't move, don't turn around. Because sometimes, it's not the station that appears, it's the passengers who never left. And if you love tales that twist reality and haunt your thoughts long after they end, subscribe now and hit the bell. The train always comes back, and next time, it might not be empty.